There's a new trend in China. Well, let me rephrase that. There's a new viral trend sweeping China right now, and I'm afraid to say that it's not good. You guys are going to be surprised to hear this one. Yeah, it's 2026, and this kind of immature, low-class mockery is sweeping the world's second biggest economy, the second most populated country, and ironically enough, the country that loves to tell you how friendly it is. I cringe to even say it, but I'm gonna just spit it out. Blackface. That's right. A Chinese app that adds blackface to people has become China's favorite pastime. So let me explain in a nutshell what they're doing. Two Chinese people at some sort of business or factory appear on the screen, one of them looking normal and the other with blackface via some sort of app on their phones. The Chinese worker will say that this is their first African customer and that so-and-so, usually they go with the name Mary, even for males, which is kind of weird, has just made a large purchase from their company. The Chinese wearing blackface will then step forward and say, such and such company and such product, good, 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 while giving 2 thumbs up. The two individuals will then shake hands and the worker will thank the African counterpart for his or her cooperation. That's really it, guys. It's pretty simple, pretty cringe, obviously highly offensive, but this little skit is spreading like wildfire all over Chinese social media. Videos following the same formula are popping up by the tens of thousands. I've even seen adults adding the blackface to Chinese children.
第一次带非洲的小朋友，让我们来听听这位
上幼儿园加上罗园林才幼儿园，罗园林才幼儿园，good.
One of them was a kindergarten getting one of their students to participate in the despicable act. I mean, gee whiz, some education those kids must be getting. Can you imagine having teachers like that? People from all walks of life are engaging in this phenomenon. People that you'd never expect to do it. Young women who appear to be educated and professional, young professional men with PhDs who look handsome and will speak to you with a friendly voice and a warm smile. It's not just the low-class, knuckle-dragging redneck types that are doing this stuff. It's professional, educated people as well. People of all ages, from all walks of life. I've seen several videos pop up of blacks in China complaining about this, expressing that they find it highly offensive, asking the Chinese to stop doing this, and reporting the videos.
Hi guys, today we are going to talk about a really important topic. This kind of phenomenon, I don't know if you guys noticed that this kind of phenomenon become famous in China. It is a lack of respect for black people here. This is a lack of respect for black people. So this is disrespectful, This is really disrespectful. They have to stop that. I saw those videos many times. I report all of them. So I'm going to tell you guys to report each video you saw like that.
Recently, there's a very popular racist trend going on where a lot of poor Chinese businessmen and women are looking to attract African customers, and they do so by using a very disgusting AI blackface sort of apparatus that pretty much just slaps a Chinese person with blackface. Typically, I wouldn't really care, except recently I saw this one particular video where a Chinese guy was saying, this is my African friend called Monkey.
这是我非洲来的客户，他叫 Monkey，他白手起家，年轻有为。
Hey guys, quick interruption. If you are here watching my video, there's a high likelihood that you have an interest in China. Well, personally, I think it's important that we all learn a foreign language, and I want to suggest choosing Chinese as your foreign language. First of all, by studying the Chinese language, you will really start to understand China on a much deeper level. Also, Chinese is the second most widely spoken language in the world, with over 1 billion Chinese speakers worldwide. People say that learning Chinese is so difficult, and let's be frank, in some ways it is, but it's not nearly as tough as you think, and the grammar is super easy. I want to encourage you to check out my channel sponsor, Excel Mandarin, and take advantage of their free trial lesson offer. You have nothing to lose and potentially a lot to gain. Excel Mandarin has bilingual native Chinese speakers based in the US who can teach you real Chinese, and they have the ability to take you from beginner all the way up to fluency. They offer 24/7 support, and they have all of the resources available that you could ever want. I learned Chinese by fumbling my way around on the streets of China. It was a really fun and interesting way to learn, but it wasn't very efficient. If I'd had a native speaker guiding me and helping me along the way, I would have learned a lot more, a lot faster. So check them out today, sign up for a free trial lesson, and make sure not to forget the most important part. Be sure to tell them that Mr. Chopsticks sent you. Okay, now back to the video. But despite their emotional pleas, the Chinese seem to be doubling down on the trend. If anything, it's picking up steam. It sure ain't slowing down. This isn't China's first time using race-based media that targets black folks. There was that infamous laundry detergent ad years ago where the Chinese lady put the African man in the washing machine, gave him a good tumble wash, and he came out looking like a sparkling, handsome Chinese guy. And then, how could we forget about China's history of using blackface in their largest televised event of the year, the Lunar New Year Gala? They faced serious blowback for both of these things. Well, it seems that the blowback has worn off, though, because the amount of blackface on Chinese social media dwarfs the other two incidents in terms of scale. Now, you might ask me, hey, Mr. Chopsticks, you're not black, so what's it to you? Well, that's true. I'm not black, nor am I African. However, the main thing that bothers me about this is that it's just so thoughtless, heartless, and immature. Do this to anyone and they'd be offended. I mean, can you imagine if there was an app that made people of different races look Chinese? And not only look Chinese, but look like a very unflattering version of Chinese. The Chinese would be up in arms. The people of China would be furious. Boycotts would be taking place by the dozens. It would be on the news. Officials would speak out in furious, pained rage about how you have hurt the feelings of the Chinese people. And ultimately, the offender would be shamed, forced to apologize, and then shut down. But nope, not in China. They are dishing it out in spades and laughing all the way to the upload button. As a guy who has spent over a decade in China and who has so often complimented the folks of China, I have to say that I am beyond disappointed. So yeah, I'm not black, but right is right, and this is a clear-cut case of something being very wrong. And I also have to expand on my previous point of how the Chinese would absolutely flip out if this type of viral trend happened to be directed at them. Isn't it ironic how the country that seems to be the most sensitive of racial jokes or depictions is the one that dishes it out the most? Let me give you guys a few quick examples of Chinese absolutely losing their shit over a perceived racially charged slight, whether it be real or imagined. In November of 2018, Dolce & Gabbana released a series of short promotional videos ahead of a major fashion show in Shanghai. They showed a Chinese model struggling, in kind of an exaggerated, clumsy, cutesy kind of way, to eat Italian classics like a giant pizza margherita, spaghetti, and a cannoli using chopsticks. Chinese social media exploded with outrage, calling it explicit, the R word, cultural stereotyping, and disrespectful pandering to outdated tropes. Celebrities dropped endorsements. E-commerce giants like Alibaba and JD.com pulled products. Retailers boycotted. And the Shanghai show was canceled. The brand issued multiple apologies, including a video in Mandarin. Or how about April of 2023 when Dior faced backlash over an ad campaign featuring an Asian model who appeared to pull up the outer corner of her eye in a slanted eyes gesture, kind of a oft-used method of mocking East Asian facial features. We all know about that one, right? Yes, it's stupid. It should be offensive. It's immature. Chinese netizens and state media slammed it as blatant racial discrimination and mockery of Chinese appearance, with viral hashtags like Dior makeup advertisement accused of discriminating against Asians. Comments accused the brand of profiting in China while stereotyping its people. Dior was called out to apologize publicly to Asian society and China. And check this one out. China went in hard on the company Three Squirrels for using a Chinese model who happened to have sort of narrow, slanted eyes. Here's the kicker, though. Three Squirrels is a Chinese company, and the model was Chinese as well. To be able to be sensitive to the point of flipping out on a Chinese company for being racially insensitive to their own race? I mean, that's pretty extreme, yeah? They accused the company of internalizing Western stereotypes about Chinese appearances and absolutely trashed the model Tsai Nyang-Nyang's appearance. Poor lady, eh? She's just trying to do an ad for one of her country's popular brands, and then she gets called ugly by 1 billion of her own fellow countrymen for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Just brutal. Look, guys, I could write a book about all of this stuff, but I think it's clear enough that China is highly sensitive to any kind of depictions of them, so much so that they'll even go after Chinese companies for racially based injustices, which is honestly just weird, but you get my point. And despite all of this, they have zero qualms with doing the exact same thing, except to much more extreme and offensive measures to others. This time, it's the Africans, but they feel fine about doing it to anyone. Indians, whites, even other Asians. Talk about a classic case of being able to dish it out, but not being able to take it. The hypocrisy does bother me. They make a scene like you'd never believe when there is any trace of a perceived slight against them. But from my honest observations, I've never seen as much racially offensive stuff come out of any other country as I have in China. For a country with so much cool stuff and an interesting culture, and with their constant talk about how friendly they are, and this always struck me as odd. I mean, last I checked, you're supposed to let others compliment you, not compliment yourself. Whether you're friendly or not is for others to decide, right? Not for you to decide about yourself. And for a country that is so highly educated and so sensitive to any sort of racially based depictions or stereotypes, the fact that they are so enthralled with this blackface thing is not only baffling to me, but it's highly disappointing. The major platforms in China seem to be A-OK with it as well, as they have taken no action to stem the surge of offensive videos despite the many pleas from African and black folks, most of whom live in China. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. And again, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We have a lot more content on the way. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video. 下次再见. While I appreciate all viewers and supporters, there is a growing group of supporters who support me via YouTube memberships and Patreon subscriptions, and I want to give all of you a shout out. You know who you are. Thanks for the extra support and helping me to get a step or two closer to hopefully finally someday achieving my dream of being able to do YouTube full time. To the Grasshopper and Tiger tiers, thank you guys so much. An extra special shout out to my P-Shield tier members. You are amazing. And of course, I'd be remiss to fail to mention my top tier supporters, Lee, Martin S., and David is Dawei. Truly, truly appreciate all of you. We're on this journey together, and trust me when I say, we're just getting started, my friends.